The next drill that I've done and that I've taught others is what I call the 1-2-3 drill. Let me say this from the beginning. By no means am I saying that your swing should be segmented in a game. We never want to get to the point where we're starting and stopping. We want our swing to be fluid from start to finish. We want everything to be smooth and best case scenario in one piece. So by no means am I saying that you should stop at any point in your approach to the baseball or get restarted at any point in your approach to the baseball. What I am saying, however, is in terms of isolation, we're still talking about isolation. And what I mean is breaking different components of the swing apart so that we can know everything about our swing from start to finish. The more I know about my swing and about what my body does in my swing, ultimately the better hitter I'll be, because I'll be able to troubleshoot. I'll be able to break it apart if needed, and to kind of teach myself or train myself according to wherever something might have gone wrong. So this 1-2-3 drill, it's just that, 3 parts. So what I want to do is get in my stance as normal. I'm fluid. I'm going to visualize the pitcher on the mound. He's going to throw me a baseball. Probably going to hit it hard somewhere. All right. So my first thing is step 1. I may be by myself. I may have a teammate, a partner of some kind. Somebody's going to say 1. If it's just me, I'll say it to myself, maybe just in my head. All right. So the first step is 1. So when 1 is called, I'll just load. All right. Very simple. All you do on step 1 is load. Here's what we're trying to do when we load. We're trying to be fluid with our hands. One of my favorite college hitting coaches, Coach John Lane, he told me it's like snapping your fingers. Everything should be fluid. Snap, snap. I should never rush my hands, because if I rush in the load, I'll rush throughout my swing. That's not generally going to produce good results. What I want is tempo. Smooth, fluid tempo from start to finish. So my load should be smooth. So that's step 1, load, boom. All right, my hands are back. You'll see my knob kind of pointed toward the catcher. I've seen guys have their knob straight up and straight down. Some people hit very well like that. That's perfectly fine. For me, I want my knob pointed kind of back at the catcher. You'll see that my barrel is not wrapped around my head. Be careful. If I wrap my bat around my head, that just creates extra distance that my bat has to travel in order for me to get to the baseball. So if I wrap that bat, you'll see my front shoulder kind of pointed toward the shortstop, toward the third baseman. I got to unwind to even start my approach to the baseball. I don't want that. What I want to be able to do is have my bat go in a straight line to the ball. So we want to be careful. This is another reason why we do this drill, so that we can start paying closer attention to what we do in our load. When we're in our regular swing, we don't really take the time to think about what we're doing. So if we'll isolate it, which is what I'm doing in this 1-2-3 drill, we can kind of take notice of what we do even in our load. So again, I'm in my stance. I'll load, boom. I want to notice where my bat head is. It's a pretty good place. Again, the knob is pointed back toward the catcher, and from here, I can get that knob toward the baseball and get to it. So 1, 2, 3. I'm a small step guy. I'll load, boom. No matter how you step, make sure that your front foot is still, your front foot is stopped. It's down on the ground before you try to swing. So those are all the things we're looking for when we do this drill. All right. So again, I'll take that 1, boom. Number 2 is my hip rotation. I want to be able to explode my hips without my hands going forward. The more control I have over the lower half, which is where the power comes from, the more control I have in my hands. Right here, I'm going to do step 2, and I want to make sure that when my hips explode, my hands don't drift forward. All right. Again, we're trying to isolate the different elements of the swing, start to finish. So 1 is my load. There it is. I've loaded. I feel like I can check myself out, and I'm in a good launching place because I'm trying to launch this baseball. So I'm in a good launching place. And now I'll do step 2. Somebody will call out the number 2, or I'll say number 2 to myself. 2, boom. I pop my hips. You'll notice some movement in the shoulders, but what you won't see is me flying the shoulder open. Because if I'm flying my front side, just like I said in my top and bottom hand drills, I can't hit. If I fly my front side, that steals energy from my hands. I don't have the energy that I need to get the barrel to the ball quickly, and I'm going to drag my hands through the zone. That's going to be why we pop a lot of stuff up, while we foul a lot of fastballs back. We're sitting 2-0 fastball. We got 2-0 fastball. We knew it was coming. We took a big hack at it, and we fouled it back. Good swing for the most part, but because our barrel was late getting to the ball, we fouled it back instead of hitting it out of the ballpark or hitting it to the gap or hitting it right back up the middle. Why? Because we flew our front side. Quiet front side, loud backside. Step 1 is the load. Step 2, boom, I'm going to pop my hips. And step 3 is the swing. Again, every step, there's something, or in every step, there's something that we ought to be paying attention to. So I'm in my stance. I'm visualizing that pitcher throwing me a fastball that I like. I'll take step 1, which is the load. Smooth load, hands back. I'm not pulling my hands back too far. I'm just getting them loaded, getting them in motion. Front foot's down, head stops. Step 2, boom, I pop my hips just to feel that explosive hip rotation. And then step 3 is a swing. I'm inside the ball like I've always been. I'm hitting the ball back up the middle. All right, so we'll start over real quick. Step 1, step 2, step 3.